The purpose of this skill is a body management skill for gymnastics. Okay. So the key elements of a somersault can be broken down into phases. Phase 1 is the preliminary movement. It's where you widen your base of support, which are your feet, and you lower your center of gravity as while bending your knees. Your body and your feet and your face is facing in the direction that you want to go. And your weight is distributed on both feet and it's on your toes, so you're ready to move. Phase 2 is the backswing. It's where you use your arms to generate torque. Your head is lowered to the ground and the weight is transferred from your feet to create acceleration. Phase 3 is the force production, and it's the summation of all joints. So from smallest to the biggest, you have to use all of them to generate motion. And you have to use your full range of motion. You can't stop halfway through or you'll get stuck. Your body quickens your rotation the smaller you're tucked in. And the larger your mass, the quicker the motion is. Phase 4 is the critical instant, and it's when your head contacts the ground and the application of torque determines your pathway. So you tuck your chin to your chest, and your shoulders follow your neck, and then your torso, and then your legs go over your head. And then phase 5 is the follow through. So you finish the action and your body returns to an upright position, and you regain control of your arms and your body and your legs, and you return to your feet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, one more time. Oh God, oh God.
So the biomechanical principles used in a somersault are principle 2 and 3. So the summation of joint forces, so which means every joint in the body from largest to smallest has to be used to create the most speed, power, and acceleration. The production of max force requires all the use of every single joint. And to do somersault, you would use this principle by using your arms in every joint to get enough power to accelerate and create a full rotation. The next principle is principle 4, which is the straight and strong principle. This one is the force production equals strength and flexibility. So in somersault, you would take a couple steps to build more strength to increase the force to get a full rotation around. The last principle is principle 6, which is angular motion. This one is produced by torque. Torque equals a change in an angular motion, and doing a somersault, you would bend back a bit before you lean forward to create torque to make sure you complete the full rotation. Okay, so for a somersault, the motor learning concepts used to teach a rookie were the part method, which is learning parts of the skill separately and then beautifying it. This is teaching the skill of the somersault in separate motions so the rookie can understand it better. We also did block practice, which is taking all trios under the same conditions, so we executed the somersault in the same style and environment every single time. And the last one was math practice, which is taking attempts all at once, so performing all the attempts at once is supposed to help utilize the skills taught to the rookie.
Factors that affected my learning, for example, were nervousness. This affected my summation of joints principle. I couldn't get to the follow-through because I paused halfway through the critical instant due to me being nervous. Other factors that affected me were poor coordination and incorrect application of power. This contributed to me stumbling and almost falling at the end. This affects the stability principle. I corrected this by widening my base of support, which were my feet. Factors outside the control of the teacher or coach include fatigue, nervousness, weather, poor motivation, and distraction. These can affect your learning. For example, information can be misprocessed. Also, incorrect understanding of movement, poor physical availabilities, poor coordination, incorrect application of power, and lack of concentration, and inappropriate equipment, clothing, and footwear can affect learning.
Okay, so Katie was in the cognitive stage of learning development. She understands the basics, but there was large errors, and she had to talk herself through each movement. So she was focused on each task, and the movements were slow and deliberate. Okay, you did really good for your first time, but there's some errors. So your production of maximum force, you stopped halfway through your motion, so you didn't use all your joints, which is also the summation of joints, You have to make sure that you use the smallest to the biggest and you go through them all. Don't pause halfway through. Straight and strong, at the end, you bent your legs, so it was harder for you to get up, which is your follow-through. Stability, at the beginning, which is your preliminary movement, make sure you're wide in your base of support. Your torque, to get maximum force, use your arms and throw your body backwards. And then decrease your moment of inertia by decreasing your radius of gyration. So tuck yourself in really small and you'll go through the movement faster.
That was good. That was really good.
Okay, so for stability principle, after your follow through, you don't want to fall over. So make sure that you return your feet to shoulder width apart, and so widen your base of support, and then you won't fall over.
No, I'm nervous again. Okay.
You can do it.
Did you see that?